And trade stands out as a focal point in the upcoming summit as President Trump has been strongly against what he calls job-killing free trade deals ever since the early days of his campaign. So can South Korean officials overcome President Trump's apparent disdain for the South Korea-U.S. FTA? Soo-young has the details.
Keep, scrap or renegotiate. The future of Korea's free trade agreement with the US is anticipated to be one of the biggest issues on the table at the two-day bilateral summit in Washington, where President Moon Jae-in and 52 Korean corporate leaders will meet their American counterparts. US President Trump has on numerous occasions called for the bilateral FTA to be scrapped, branding it as a horrible deal that has cost thousands of American jobs. His officials, however, have been more cautious with their words, suggesting that a milder renegotiation of the terms is more likely. While Korea has enjoyed a bigger trade surplus in goods, the US has also benefited from a service trade surplus of around $10 billion a year. And Korean investment in the US has created more than 47,000 American jobs. So more than the FTA, experts say the real issue is that of Washington's import restrictions, which could directly hit Korean businesses.
For the steel industry, there has been a supply glut for years now, so a clampdown was only a matter of time. The bigger concern is that, as seen in the case of Whirlpool and solar energy industry, more and more American firms could join the bandwagon in filing for protection against foreign competitors, especially those in the petroleum and chemical sectors, which are sensitive to price competition.
Experts say Korean officials should emphasize how the FTA has benefited the US, while corporate leaders could show their commitment to helping boost American production and jobs. Hyundai Motor has already pledged to ramp up investment in the US by 50% to $3.1 billion over the next 5 years. And Samsung and LG are considering the construction of additional factories. As another way to prevent a backlash against Korean businesses, experts say Korea could consume more American goods.
Korea imports almost 98% of its crude oil from the Middle East, but as a means of reducing our dependency and a practical gesture to reduce our trade surplus with the U.S., we could import American shale gas.
And if the bilateral deal does come back onto the negotiating table, experts say Korea can also raise some points that it would like to see rectified, so that any new deal benefits both sides. Soo-young, Arirang News.